It's Pocono weekend.
Woo!
And we are here coming from fence line 333. Loud and proud, but not that kind of proud because it's also that kind of month. Sorry, people. Don't mean to offend
sorry,
you.
Not sorry.
That's not our cup of tea.
Nope. That's
All
our
right.
cup of coffee.
It's a cup of coffee. Cup of coffee. Strong cup of coffee. All right. So let's go ahead and dive in on here. We're going to go ahead and hit this hard. We're going to start with our jokes.
Oh, we should apologize ahead of time because there's truck practice to start in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So if you hear some loud V8s going by, that is live.
Right. Yeah.
At our set.
Yeah.
Here in Pocono. So apologize for the awesome noise.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So why don't this is for the misses too? Why don't eggs tell jokes? Because they crack each other up. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated.
That's good.
All right, what do we got? Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he's outstanding in his field.
I'm sending that one to Mimi. Shout out Mimi.
Yeah. Did you hear about the guy who invented lifesavers?
No.
He made a mint.
These are good.
Yeah. How does a penguin build its house? Igloos it together. These were the dad jokes from ChatGPT.
That's a ChatGPT joke?
Yeah, ChatGPT jokes.
We skipping 5? We moving on from that one?
Yeah.
We'll skip it.
We're going to skip 5.
We'll skip it.
All right. So we were at Mexico City. Arriba.
Viva Mexico.
Yeah, Viva la Mexico. Mexico.
Some cervezas.
Some cervezas, por favor.
I don't even drink beer.
Some root cervezas.
Yeah, there we go. I like it. There's some barks.
Yeah, right? Some barks and some mugs. All right, our race summary.
Yeah.
We had Suarez driving the Junior Motorsports number 9. He overcame a qualifying crash and started from the rear in the backup car, surged through the field, leading 19 of 65 laps, held off Taylor Gray to win by .59. So he kind of took it.
Cinderella story.
Yeah, one of the restarts he took it because he was they just piled up in the front, and I think Ty Gibbs was in this race. A whole bunch of Cup guys were in this race, and they couldn't take the turn in turn 1. I think they just overcooked it and wrecked it. There were 7 lead changes among the 6 cars, but even before we get into Cup, it was crazy. I was watching on TikTok and social medias. They had a video from the Mexico Series. Mexico Series, one dude going into the stadium area, he just full out sent it and couldn't turn.
Missed the left?
Missed the right.
Oh.
And just piled right into the stuff, the barriers and the water and everything, right in front of people. It was wild.
So the second right, after you go through the S, you're saying like exiting the stadium section then?
No, like going into the stadium, you gotta turn right, then left, and then right.
Yeah.
And ran right in.
There was, we'll get to it, I'm sure. I don't know if we'll mention it, but the Cup, somebody missed it wide and they smoked the outside wall, but they just glanced it and kept on going.
Right. Yeah,
so it wasn't dramatic, but yeah, someone else did that too.
I don't remember who that was.
It is crazy the way they race over the track limits.
Yes.
Like,
it's not
they
Formula 1.
obviously lose like traction and it shifts the weight of the car.
Especially with the rain and the paint.
Yeah, it seemed slippery.
Yeah.
Some of the guys were losing their back ends, going over spots.
They were
losing. You
losing
can see
their
the
back
rubber was laying on it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was wild. But they do that at like the Glen and stuff too. It's just it's not painted.
Yeah.
And Coda, they just let them roll this year instead of last year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Well, I'm glad Suarez won. I didn't see the end of the race. I saw some of the beginning, and it's kind of cool for him to win in Mexico.
So he started doing this thing. He did it last year. I don't know if you knew about this. So like Ross does the the summer pumpkin, the watermelon.
Yeah, there you go.
Smash. Well, Daniel comes out with a piñata.
I heard he did that, but I didn't know he was doing that. So.
Yeah, he did that last year too when he won at it was at Atlanta, I think it was. He won.
I like the trademarks. Like I like the different things.
Yeah.
That everyone does.
Well, that reminds me of who was it that won the Xfinity race? First time he ran Hemrick. He did a backflip off his car And he used to do that, and he's like, I'm not that young anymore.
Carl Edwards did a lot of flips off of his car.
Did. Yes, he did.
He's a fit machine.
Yeah, he
watching
is.
the broadcast now.
He is. Well, when you got nothing else to do except for messing around on the farm.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
Yeah, so we had that. Moving on the Cup. Trucks did not run, so this was Cup and Xfinity. SVG won. Second race. He won by like 16 seconds, they said.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
At 11 seconds? Crew chief, you need to slow down.
Yeah, he got angry.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, exactly. Don't tell me what to do. I mean, that was wild.
I get both sides. I'm 50-50 on that. Like,
right.
The broadcast is kind of explaining, like, hey, if you burn your car up and there's a restart and you're not, you spent your car till the end of the race.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing, but he was just like, because all that time zeroed once you restart.
Right.
So they were like, don't use your car up, don't use your fuel up. Like you're limiting your success ratio.
Right.
But on his side of things, it's like he's in the zone.
Yeah.
Don't tell him what to do.
Right. Exactly.
So I get it. I get both sides.
Right. I mean, and so we had that. We had quite a big crashes. We had some rain. They had to come in and put tires on, except for. It was Cindric and I think Ricky Stenhouse and somebody else, Ty maybe Gibbs, stayed out on slicks.
Yeah,
Busher did.
Yeah,
and they ran slicks through it because it wasn't that much of a rain showers.
Yeah,
but it made enough to make a difference. And then even on the back end of that, McDowell stayed out on wets.
Yeah,
because they thought the rain was coming, and they were talking about it on the broadcast. Rain's coming. We got to do this. He stayed out there, and you could see him hitting the puddles trying to save his tires.
Yep.
So
it was pretty neat. I liked the rain.
Yeah.
I liked the effect of the rain.
Oh, here we go. I like the effect of the rain because it wasn't like Chicago was on the first one. So
just downpour. Number 18.
Got Ankrum coming out.
Here we go.
A couple other guys coming out now.
91.
They're all coming out now.
19.
Eckes.
Napa. 42, 44, number 5.
5 looks pretty nice.
It does look nice.
The 1, the 6.
Sunoco 94 octane car.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. That was that's Tony Bryden.
In 69?
No, in the 91.
Oh, okay. 69 didn't have very many sponsors.
There's Raja, 76. Anyway, let's keep going on. We're getting cars. Kyle Busch made a big wreck. Collected a lot of people. It was wild.
You don't expect that out of a veteran like him.
Yeah, you do. I'm sorry. Kyle just cooked it.
He sent it into that corner.
Yeah, he did.
The in car is just like, he was like, oh, crap.
And what he did to Justin Haley's back end when he slid and just popped it.
I was trying to figure it out. Did Larson get back in the race?
Yes, he did.
Because it showed him as he had fastest lap at one point, and then he was only down 40 laps, and this was the race was almost over.
Catherine Legg finished before he did. Finished higher up than he did. This time. So
his car was busted. You see it bouncing off the track at the whole front end. The front wheel was bouncing.
And stuff. Yeah, oh man, it was nuts. This is fun.
This is cool.
The best part about it was Stenhouse and Hocevar kept getting into it.
Oh yeah.
Wrecking, and then Hocevar punted Stenhouse. The lap down punted him. So then Recce comes to him at the end, and it looked like he put his hands around his neck or something. You couldn't really see it in the. I don't know if they showed the in car, but he was just
grabbing a helmet or something.
Yeah, he was like, "What are you doing? You're a beeping lap down. Come on!" And he just sat there and he's like, "I'm sorry, I messed up." He's like, "Dude, you're a big talker until somebody comes at you while you're still in the car and you can't run away."
He's just arrogant.
He is very. So,
that's a cool looking truck.
Yeah, it is. So, as we were saying, SVG bested Christopher Bell by 16.5 seconds. Elliott got third, and you look at somebody that Roadhouse when they're like, "Hey, it's your birthday." That was his look because they put a podium up there, and he just did not want any part of it.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "I don't want to be there."
Yeah.
yeah.
Sitting on the saddle. Sitting in that saddle on the old roadhouse.
Right. So we had Suarez briefly led. Everybody thought he was going to come back and win it. And they were talking about that. Then Leg debuted again, struggled with extreme cockpit heat. They said that she actually melted her shoe.
Wow.
So that was pretty wild. And then the notes that I found were...
Did they say why? Like, why was her cockpit so hot?
I think something came off, heat shield or something. I think that's what they were saying. I'm not 100% sure.
Reminds me of Dale Jr. at Bristol when he caught his electric fire or something like that.
Right.
My foot's on fire!
So
that was the race he flicked off, I forget who it was. Hemrick, I think.
Yeah,
he flicked Hemrick off. And he's like, hey, have them get a message to Hemrick. Tell him I'm sorry. I just got heated in the moment. Got it on sale at Target.
Oh, yeah. So one thing I've noticed is SVG, when he's evenly matched with everybody, like new track and everything, he can roll it.
Yeah.
He also got some tips from Formula One. Verstappen, I think it was, he talked to.
Okay, yeah, Max Verstappen.
So that I think helped him out with that.
Did you hear that he won't let? So they had footage from Chicago of his footwork.
Okay.
He doesn't want foot cams anymore.
I don't blame him.
They said it in the broadcast. They said he doesn't want everyone to figure out his trick.
Right.
So he no longer allows feet camera in his cars because everyone was watching it and figuring out what he does and figuring out how to use it in the track because he does like a 3-foot deal.
Yeah.
He clutches to brake, but then he pops throttle with the heel off of it, toe brake, heel throttle, and pops it for the shifts.
Yeah, and he'll do that in the turns and slide it.
Almost every turn.
Right.
But yeah, they'd mentioned that this footage is actually from Chicago. He doesn't allow footwell cameras anymore because of
nice.
He doesn't want people to be figuring out what he's doing.
Smart.
Hey, I'm surprised he ever let them do it. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, he probably didn't know they were going to be putting that everywhere and people could see it in their pit box.
Yeah.
Because they put the broadcast in the pit box.
Yeah.
So.
What else we got here?
So that was pretty much the race. Mexico City.
I liked it.
It was different.
I wouldn't want to watch it. I liked it for what it was. I wouldn't want to watch it every week.
Right.
It was a little too slow paced. It seemed like the cars seemed like they were going slow. I guess, but it was cool for what it was. The once a year, like, hey, I'm not a huge fan of the international travel, and there was a lot of drama behind the haulers, and I didn't really like all the drama that followed it, but I did enjoy the race. The paint on the track was pretty cool, like the infield with all that orange, and I thought that was cool, but for how much it took to make that race happen, I don't think it was worth it.
So one thing that they kept pointing out on the broadcast, like, higher elevation, this and that, the cars are going to starve. One of our mechanic family members was sitting there yelling at them because they're like, these cars are electronic fuel injected now.
Yeah.
They're going to be picking up the fuel and adapt to that.
Yeah, fuel area. It's all your O2 sensors.
That's moot, yeah. Now, braking, all that, I get that because it's less air and all, like, to cool it, but they didn't mention that so much. They did a little bit, but it was the engines. And it's like, the engines are going to, the input.
The fuel system will adapt.
Exactly, exactly. They'll
especially a custom race ECM like that, because this isn't a factory Camry, chip. This is race stuff. So they can adapt to whatever fuel consumption they need.
Right. So before we get into more of the Cup news that we got news for Cup, we got news for Xfinity, IndyCar. So IndyCar was at Worldwide Technology, and we caught the wreck. Newgarden flipped upside down.
Oh, jeez.
One guy hit the wall, and Newgarden was coming around turn 4, hit the straight, and they're sitting there, and the car's going down. He can't see it yet because he's trying to pass this other guy who's slowing down. He dives down lower as soon as the other guy's like cleared and coming, and he just clips him, boom, and just flips it and just slides. And I mean, he got out of it. The AMR track crew flipped over the car, and he unbuckled himself and got out.
Wow.
So shout out to I know Halo is the system that F1 uses, but they have a modified system like that with a windscreen.
Yeah.
And shout out to that for
saving that.
It's
It's fun, but it ain't worth killing people over.
No. Yeah, that was pretty wild. Kirkwood got his first career oval there at Worldwide Technology for IndyCar, so shout out to him.
Yeah.
Big news. We'll stick to the Mexico drama here. Spire fined Carson Hocevar $50,000 and sending him to sensitivity training because he called Mexico City a crap hole, to put it cleanly.
Yeah.
And then Gragson, he was joking around in his social media, putting prop bets out there because he must have drank the water. And he was feeling it, and he had a white fire suit and everything.
Yeah.
So, like, if he craps himself, you're going to see it.
You should trademark that. Just brown stained bottom.
Yeah, brown stained Gragson.
Well, I hope Hocevar changes his tune. He's arrogant in his interviews. He's arrogant on the racetrack.
Right.
I'm kind of hoping to see something happen this weekend.
Right. I don't know. I mean, he's got a fast car, but at the same time, he doesn't have the experience to sit out there and back up his talk, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, other in the news, so Rickware Racing is countersuing Legacy. So Legacy came out and kind of sued Rickware because of they're like, oh, you're not selling us your charter and blah, 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 blah. Well, Rickware, and this is the information that they had put out there, they're suing it because Legacy is trying to go after charter number 27, which Rickware said charter number 36. They're selling 27. And Legacy's like, oh, no, you said 36. Like, no, we amended the agreement and everything like that. They explained that they're set to lease charter number 36, which is currently being used over 51, to RFK for the 26 season. Then Rick Ware intends to use the 27 charter for the 51 and 26. And they're planning on selling the 36 to Legacy in 27. So the big thing about this is you're only allowed to lease out your charter for X amount of seasons.
Okay.
And so that 27 charter, or the 36 charter, is running out this year, I think it is, or next year. So they got to swap the charters over to the 51.
Gotcha.
So that's the big stink with that.
What's it matter? Like, why would Rick Ware switch which charter because of its leasing availability?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Why would Legacy care? Like,
I don't know. I really don't know.
It seems like they're making drama out of something
that shouldn't be drama.
That shouldn't be drama. Like, just if you really want a charter, just take the other charter. Unless they're trying to make it as a business opportunity and release it. Like, I don't know if you can double lease. Like, can you buy a lease and release it to somebody else? Like, I don't know.
Maybe.
These leases are kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of weird with all this. So we have that.
Thanks, Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, right.
For making a headline.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know they weren't caring about that too much.
I guess he realized his racing wasn't going anywhere, so now he's got to get a charter going.
Got to make money somehow.
Sorry, Johnny.
Yeah. And then going on to Denny Hamlin, he's got a new multi-race sponsor with Bob's Discount Furniture.
Huh.
I didn't know they were that big outside of the Northeast.
Yeah.
But apparently they're getting bigger.
Yeah. It's crazy. Some of the sponsors you see, here at Pocono, there's always Martin Potato Rolls, which is, it's a Lancaster County company.
Right.
I'm surprised to see some of these people that are sponsoring. I mean, it's big money.
So I wouldn't be surprised if on Kyle Busch's car on the back end, he normally has Wawa. So we may see Wawa this year again as one of the smaller sponsors.
Yeah. It's cool. I like seeing new stuff. I like seeing new sponsors.
Yeah.
Better than seeing Levin and FedEx. That's all I can
say. Yeah, and we don't have that many Hendrick cars out here on the trucks right now. I think just one this year at Pocono.
Yeah.
For Raja, which has been his primary sponsor.
Yeah, they got some other. I was looking at them. They have some other sponsors for the other trucks.
Right. So, moving on to Xfinity. Chase Elliott, this was a big this was a late change. He's going to be running in Xfinity.
Yeah.
For I guess it's the 17 that he's going to be running in.
Okay.
That Hendrick has. Dale Jr. is making his crew chief debut. He's going to be doing the 88 with Connor Zilic. Which ought to be interesting. Yeah.
Is this his debut? He's never crew chief before.
Correct.
Not in this level, I guess. He's done
Cars Tour maybe.
Cars
something
Tour
like that.
or late models or something for somebody at some point.
Right.
But this will be his first big time.
Right. Hocevar is going to be running the, I believe it's the 77 out here again. This is his 4th straight truck race that he's going to be running, so he should be done.
Someone puts him into turn 4.
I think he's going to go right somewhere. Put him into turn 4. And
Yeah.
what turn 4? It's going to be a big old Hocevar stripe.
When you get yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to go too far into that. That's the whole thing with that. That froze. Oh well.
Shout out to Cody
Yeah.
hooking me up this weekend.
Yeah, we had some drama here at the.
Had some
in
drama
the
in the infield.
In the infield, we had some drama.
Pulled in with the camper on Thursday, and we had some smell of raw gasoline. So after investigating, high pressure fuel line on top of the fuel tank in the old Yukon was peeing everywhere, for lack of better terms, over the fuel tank.
It was brutal. And we're sitting there like, oh no, it's the fuel in the
Cans.
camper, the fuel cans in the camper for the generator. Nope.
No, it's the car. So Cody hooked us up, went and got parts last night, came up this morning with tools. We dropped a fuel tank in the middle of Pocono Raceway, and we got her fixed up. Got a new fuel line on it. We're ready to go. So didn't even need a NASCAR garage to help us. We brought everything we needed.
No, that would have been pretty wicked if we could get in there and be like, yeah, we need your lifts
I'd
and
have
everything.
to sneak out in the track if that happened. It'd be worth a couple days in jail, I think.
Probably. Why not?
So yeah, so shout out Cody. Thanks again.
Yeah. So we were trying to get you guys some video footage, but the camera decided to freeze on us. But anyway, yeah, that was pretty wild. Going through with that. Not too much. Not too much else going on.
No.
Weather.
Yeah.
I would say weather's cooperating, like you said.
Yeah, it should be a good weekend.
It's beautiful out here. It's like 72 right now.
Breezy.
Yeah, real breezy. You can kind of hear the wind with the cars. We made this raw. We could have put the noise gate on here, but we wanted you guys to hear this experience with us.
Hopefully it's not too loud. If it
is,
oh well, it's one episode.
Exactly.
We'll see you next week.
You can get over it. We're brutal to our fans. Sorry, guys.
We're enjoying it ourselves. So
Yes.
we got?
Let's go to our odds, and then we'll go into. We got a new segment for you guys too.
Yep.
So cup odds we have. Remember, the plus number that we give you is how much you'd win if you were to bet $100, and the negative is if you didn't. If you would win $100 if you bet that much. So like a negative 400, you had to bet $400 to win $100. Denny Hamlin, right now, multiple books have him at plus 400, plus 450, and then you got Blaney, plus 700, 800. Larson's up there, and so is Willie B. Byron's up there too.
Yeah.
So we have those. Those are our favorites right now.
Yep.
And moving on, we'll hit our.
You got a favorite? We got that down later in the show, or we going to do it now?
We can do it now. I think I'm gonna go Blaney.
Dang, that's what I was going to pick.
And let the record show that I actually picked one. And well, if you want, you can have Blaney. I'll go the toilet, Dunny. Denny Hamlin.
It's good here.
Yeah, he's got some hot stuff here.
Let's see. It don't matter. I'll take Blaney if you want to switch, but I'll look for somebody else.
I'll go Denny.
Right.
I think he's like I said, he's pretty strong here. I mean, the last time he won here, he ran Ross up into the wall.
Yeah.
That was after Martinsville, after they had their little scuffle.
So did LaJoy ran someone in the wall last year too.
I think he ran his own
His name is
teammate.
Kylie Bush.
I think he also ran his own teammate up the wall too, Hocevar.
He did. Well, I wish he'd have done it harder, all things considered.
Yeah, hindsight being 2020.
I don't know. I think Blaney's got a really good chance of winning. I can't forget about Logano. He's sneaky fast.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many guys that are on that edge that that you think they could win.
Right.
So if you're fine with switching, I'll take Blaney.
Yeah, I'll go with Denny.
Okay.
So we'll probably end up making this a little shorter, but we're gonna go to our next segment here. this is we're gonna dive into this here. So a little segue. We got our favorite paint scheme brought to you by Kaufman Logistics.
There you go. I like it. Little jam sesh getting into it.
Yeah. So I'll let you take that over there, Josh.
Yeah. Paint scheme. Bunch of my family members love pickles, and I think it's just a cool looking car. So number 1's going to go to Todd Gilliland with the number 34 Grillo's Pickle Ford. That's first place. I have a tough time only picking one of anything, so my second place is going to go to the 47 Ricky Stenhouse Martin's Famous Potato Rolls car. It's nice yellow, some pretty cool graphic on it, and then I love me a McDonald's car, so shout out to Bubba Wallace from the number 23 McDonald's car.
Right.
Toyota.
And the kids are picking the 99 because it's got a unicorn on the side of it.
Yeah.
So
we got some relation to we know someone who works for the company that sponsored that car. So
right, exactly. So
shout out Adam.
Yep. If you ever listen, I don't think
track
you will.
side wise, I'm gonna go with trucks wise. Just gonna throw one in because we were looking at it.
Okay.
What was it? The Sunoco car. Was that number 4? 94
for the Octane.
That's a really cool looking car. So if you want to check that one out, look for some live photos. I think it looks better in person than it does on their paint scheme mashup. So
oh yeah.
Check out the Sunoco truck for sure.
So we'll give you guys the weekend schedule, and then I got a quiz here for Josh.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is the 5. I'm sorry.
It's
the 5.
There's a 94 on it, but I think that's the Octane sponsor, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Sunoco 94, and that's Tony Breidinger. So our schedule right now, as we're recording this, we have the trucks practice, and then right after that we have Truck Series qualifying. Saturday we have Xfinity Series practice and qualifying starting at 10 o'clock. Then 12:35 we have Cup Series practice and qualifying. 3:30 we have the Explore the Poconos. 250 Explore the Pocono. Excuse me. They're going 100 laps, 250 miles. This is a 2.5 mile lap track. If you guys didn't figure that out. Third largest track, I think, or tied with
Daytona.
So it's actually Dega, then Daytona. Daytona's 2.5, and we have Brickyard.
Okay.
Brickyard's 2.5 too.
Yep.
So
then not far behind be Michigan. I think it's a little over 2 miles.
Yeah, I think so. Then we have Sunday. We have 2 o'clock is the Great American Getaway presented by visitpa.com. So shout out to our governor for putting tourism money there, I guess. We won't go too far into our governor, but, you know.
Yeah. And the new license plates.
Yeah, new license plates are pretty slick.
They look really nice.
Especially in person.
Especially compared to the old plates.
Yes.
Almost anything could have been better than the old one, but they actually did a really good job.
See, I don't like how they went from that, like, the faded blue and faded yellow to the, like, dark blue and dark
the
yellow.
hard line. You used to have the fade going on.
Right. So that is that. Let me get into here on our quiz here. So it is, let's see if I can find it. Here we go. The most wins by car number in Cup history, the top 5. Can you give them to me?
Is 48 on there?
48 is not on there.
Okay, so he just had a lot of championships, but not a lot of wins. Number 3.
That's number 5.
Okay. We have, I don't know how many, the 43, how many race wins did he have?
They're number 2.
Okay. So 43, 3.
So you got 3 more cars.
What about 10? 24. You have a lot of wins.
24 is number 3 on the list.
Okay, so I'm missing 1 and 4, right?
Correct.
Number 1. I feel like we talked about this before. I'm just trying to think who would have the most wins in a number. I mean, it's a by number, but
by number. So it's
I'm trying to think like multi-generation racers that would all have that same number that were.
So
that were good.
These 2 cars are currently in the lineup.
Okay.
One.
Can you give me the team? You'll spell it out for me.
That'll spell it. Well, I'll give you the team for number 4.
Okay.
Penske is the current number.
Okay, so it's probably Logano, 22. Really? The 12. All right, what else am I missing Penske wise? Oh, the 2.
2 car.
Cindric. Who's to run that?
Keselowski.
Oh, Grandpa.
Grandpa ran it, and then I don't know who had it.
He
before
probably had a
him.
fair amount of wins, didn't he? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, so that's number 4. So who's number 1? I'm trying to think. It's got to be like a Hendrick or a. Because I know they have a lot of wins.
It's not a Hendrick.
It's not a Hendrick because I already guessed my favorites of those for race wins.
I'll give you a little bit of a hint. He drove the 11. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Okay, but I don't know what number he used to. So he drove the 11.
Actually, I just gave it to
Oh,
you.
that's the answer. It's the 11. Okay.
I gave it to you.
Yeah. What team would that be with?
So that's Denny right now.
Yeah. So that'd be a Joe Gibbs
That's
car.
It's a current Joe Gibbs car, but
Okay,
he
so he's
didn't
the
run for Joe Gibbs.
winningest number. Is
The
the
winningest
11.
number is the 11.
See,
So
see, Hamlin has a ton,
yeah, and then DW.
and he had a ton as well. I was trying to think of who 2 or 3 people that would have had it, that would have had a lot of race wins.
See, DW ran it as the Tide.
Okay, and that was before Ricky Rudd.
I think so. I guess Ricky Rudd ran it too, didn't he?
He ran a 10 Tide.
Okay.
Oh, he
so-
ran the 10 Tide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 11. So we have 11, 43, 24, 2, and 3.
Interesting.
Those are
Now
our,
the 3, were they mostly Dale's wins?
They have to be. I
Yeah.
don't ever remember the 3 running.
Austin's not doing it.
He,
Sorry.
He contributed like 2 wins to this list.
That is Austin runs the 3, isn't it? Austin Dillon. Well, I did okay. Not great. I'm not a seasoned NASCAR guy, so
Yeah.
So-
yeah. We have our sign technician in the back watching now with our on-air sign.
that's right.
We had a beautiful on-air sign made two podcasts ago.
Yeah,
He can't even hear me.
we are live. He'll hear it in the podcast.
Yeah, he'll hear it in the
He'll
podcast.
know why we're laughing at him right now.
Yeah.
Point and laugh.
He's over here like, they're turning left. They're making a left
Yeah,
turn.
we were live at the Kaufman Logistics Studios, and it was a regular work day, and we just needed an on-air sign to let
Yeah.
people know that, hey, there's a podcast recording on the other side
Right.
of this door.
Right, exactly. It
So-
was a beautiful sign.
Business as usual. They came through, walked through, did their business, but
Yeah.
can't hold us back.
We got windows there too, so we can sit there and put that out there, and they can sit there and watch while they're wrenching on some.
That's true. We need to make that little corner of podcast area.
Yeah, there we go.
Looking over the shop. That's how everyone else is. They got their studios looking over the
Exactly.
shop.
We got a
Ours is
shop.
just grade level. It's not really anything fancy, but
Yeah,
hey.
and anything than race cars, you got the good old Kenworths.
That's right.
So
Better than Mac.
yeah,
Official
sorry.
sponsor of NASCAR.
Yeah. The Macs look ugly.
Yeah, they need to do better. Be better, Mac.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it
Yeah.
for this podcast. We're a little shorter. A little quick, get it in because we're running it on a Friday. We'll try to get this out tonight and put it out there for you guys.
Yeah.
So
After hours of editing.
hours of editing, like 2 minutes to write the description. I think that's what it goes.
Yeah. It's almost a raw podcast, pretty much.
This is raw and uncut. Yeah, somebody. We have a guest speaker that wants to come in and say something, I think. So let's see. Our guest speaker for the podcast. Who's your pick for Sunday for the Cup Series?
Daniel Suarez.
Suarez. 2 wins, 2 weekends, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
That's bold. That's
I like it.
move, Cotton.
That's something that I would do.
Yeah.
Going for that off the wall big bet.
Yeah.
I like it. I like your confidence.
Who are you picking?
I mean,
You want to come tell you who you're
he's-
picking for the
he's
race on
been
Sunday?
in the past years here at Pocono. He's
Kyle
been doing
Larson.
Here, come say it in here. Who you picking?
So, I mean, yeah.
We got a shy person here who just called out number 5 is going to win it. We have our resident lawnmower specialist. Who are you picking Sunday?
Me?
What's your Sunday pick?
Oh,
Pickle girl.
oh, pickle girl. Josh Berry. Just
Oh, there you go.
Wood Brothers.
I like it.
Ah, that's good.
gotta go for it.
Does our newbie doesn't have one, but he's a Kyle Busch fan, so he's going to be cheering for Kyle Busch. He's got a big old smile.
Who's your racer?
Koya Joy.
Oh, he's
What?
not racing.
He's
He's
not
actually on the
racing.
broadcast Sunday.
So who you got pick winning Sunday?
Who's number 45?
Josh Berry.
Oh, you gotta go Josh Berry, okay.
Who's on your hat?
Who's on your hat?
Tyler Reddick, right?
Reddick.
That's a good strong pick.
This guy's too worried about you.
Broden's going with Chase Briscoe.
Nice.
Double dip. We were a rollover a Martin Truex apparel that was unbranded by name, so he became a Briscoe fan.
Okay.
Martin Truex fan last year, and now he's a Briscoe fan.
You know, I can't go with tire pressure change small. I'm calling it in the carpet. You know, dude does tire pressure changes. It feels like only. Now he'll say he does something different, and sure. But whenever you listen to the radio, they're like, "Oh yeah, we made a tire pressure change,
Yeah.
and you should be good." And
Maybe he just doesn't understand the car yet. Like, they're super technical, like suspension setup. Like, if he doesn't know what to do.
yeah, but we've been running Gen 7 for how long?
I know. I'm not saying
4
he
years?
doesn't, I'm not saying he doesn't need to go. But I'm just saying maybe he's
Well,
stuck.
he was doing the same nonsense with the
Yes.
older Gen 6 out at
Yeah.
when Truex was running there.
Somehow he stays employed though, right?
2019. It should have been 19 and 19, but tire pressure changes. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's pretty much the
That's what we
long
got.
and the short.
Probably have a long one next week.
Oh yeah,
Lots to talk about. We're just getting our weekend started here. So
Yeah, party hard, hardy pard,
Already part. How are you now?
horn if you're honky.
Horn if you're honky.
Yeah. We'll let that marinate, and we'll catch you guys next weekend.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for stopping out.
Yeah, have a great one.